Hey y'all, and welcome back to the party. It's your girl BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Burr, how I outran the cops not once, but twice. Let's see what this man has to say.
Dude, you know I do that with cops. When they pull me over.
100%.
I go total honesty.
100. Yep.
Do you know why I pulled you over? I had one. I don't think I've told this story in this. He goes, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Why?" I go, "Because I made an illegal U-turn." He goes, "Yes." And why did you do that?
The video?
Because I'm impatient. I didn't want to wait in that line in the post office. I thought if I just spun around here. He goes, "You know you could hurt somebody?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Then why did you do that?" That's when I said, I go, because I'm impatient and I'm trying to work on that. And he goes, "You know I can give you a tick for that." And I said, "Well, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't." And he goes, "Well, I'm not because I'm busy." And I said, "You're awesome." And then he laughed.
The video clips that they're placing in this story they're phenomenal. Also, Bert and Bill. Yes, 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 yes.
And he goes, "Well, I'm not because I'm busy." And I said, "You're awesome." And then he laughed and he walked away. And these are the experiences white men have with police officers. I just realized like halfway through that nobody of color has a story like that.
Nobody. Dude, I pulled in.
I wasn't doing anything.
I pulled in.
He came up to my car.
You know what? Have I had some scary experiences with law enforcement? Yes. But in terms of getting pulled over for breaking the law, I have had pretty good luck. So maybe there's some pretty privilege in there too. Like it's not just white men. I do agree. I find when you're like honest that the cops tend to, like they're human too, right? And it's like if someone is a jerk off to you or they're lying, then you're more inclined to not give them any grace or mercy. A lot of times these officers don't even want to be making these traffic stops. So it's like if you could give them a story that's like compelling or calls for some sympathy or just some realism, they might lean your way. I'll just be like, you know what? I was coasting, had my music on loud, was coasting with the other cars and did not realize I was doing 200 in a 60, sir. I kid you not. I've never done 200, but that's like the type of stuff I've said to cops before. And they're like, "I'll just give you a warning." Like one time I was leaving set from a commercial I was shooting and I literally like sped through a school zone. I was in this little tiny town and the school, the courthouse, and like some other business were like all on the same. I had no idea there was a school there. No clue. Like, and it was one of those towns where like they were doing construction. So there weren't any like blinking lights or anything. I like plowed through the school zone. 2-3 cops sitting right there. And when the cop pulled me over, he was like, "Where are you coming from?" And I said, "I'm coming from the commercial that's shooting up the street." And he was so intrigued by the commercial. He couldn't get over the commercial. He was asking me all these questions and he was just like, I believe you didn't see the school zone. I'm like, "Sir, I have a daughter." Like my kid wasn't in the car, but I'm like, "I have a daughter. I literally would just left set with a bunch of kids. I would never intentionally plow through a school zone." He was like, "I know, but because it happened in front of 2 other cops and it was a school zone, I have to give you a ticket." But he like wrote me the lesser of the tickets. And then he told me to just call the courthouse once, like give it a week or so the ticket could post. And he like literally told me how to get out of the ticket. He was like, "Just call the courthouse. Miss Deborah," like it's a small town, y'all. He was like, "Miss Deborah will answer and she'll tell you what to do." I ended up having to go donate like 100 cans to the like nearest, like pantry and have them sign off on it and they wipe the ticket. That's the type of stuff that's happened to me. Because I told the truth. And I think I will not ever deny, like sometimes I think there is pretty privilege. Like cops see a pretty girl, she's by herself and you tell a little, "I'm sorry," you get off on it. But like, Bill, it's not just you. It's me too. Me too, Bill.
I wasn't doing anything.
I pulled in.
He came up to my car.
I pulled into Burbank to pick up my parents. We were driving, I want to say to like Palm Springs. So the car was packed, pulled in, and I pulled into the bottom parking garage into a handicap spot. And I was just waiting. And a cop came up.
But it's a white guy in the chair, so I think
yeah. The cop came up very angry. And he said, do you have any idea? Why would you park here? And I said, "Oh, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for my parents are coming out." And my parents now are there, and my dad is there. My dad's a lawyer, and he goes, "Do you know how much that ticket is? I should write you a ticket." And I said, "Then, by all means, please do." And he went, "Excuse me?"
That's a little flippant.
I go, "No, sir." I go, "I didn't realize I was breaking the law, but I did. And if I get a ticket of it, that's because I fucked up. So I apologize. I can say I'm sorry and I'm moving right now. But if you need to write me a ticket, you can write me a ticket. I'll understand that." And he went, What are you trying to say?" And I went, I'm saying I fucked up. And if you have to write me a ticket for parking in a handicap spot. And he goes, "Do you have any idea how much that ticket is?" I go, "I'm guessing a lot." And he goes, $700. And I went, "Okay." And he was like, "You're willing to pay $700? And I was like, "Well, no, I'm not willing to, but if you're going to write me a ticket, I don't think there's getting out of it. I did what you said I did. I'm here." And he went, and he looked at my dad, and my dad's like, "I don't know what's going on." And then he goes, "Just move your car." And I went, "Okay, I will."
Yeah. Do you know what it is? A lot of them, they don't want to do the paperwork.
That right.
They don't want to do the paperwork. So you can actually,
That's my whole theory with divorce with my wife. She doesn't want to do the paperwork, so she stays with me. It's a lot of paperwork.
It doesn't always work. Because I've been honest with people, and then I got even more of a ticket.
Wait,
I was told,
I got even more of a ticket.
Yeah, because I was speeding. You know how fast you were going? It was like 82. He goes, "That's right." And he goes,
Yeah, like, when they say, like, if you fight a ticket and you go to court, most times they're write off because the cop is not going to court. Like, the cop has got things to do with their day. They don't want to come to court and fight you in your traffic ticket. That's probably really true. Like, the paperwork is probably such a pain in the rear end. Oh, I do not envy police officers at all for all that they have to endure and go through.
Because I was speeding. You know how fast you were going? It was like 82. He goes, "That's right." And he goes, "Is this your current address on your license?" And I was like, "No, I need to change it." "How long you lived at your new address?" I said, "Like a year." And he goes, "I got to write you up for that too."
Bill!
All right. I was like, came back and got 2 tickets. I'm like a gambler. I think I'm down. I want to say I'm up, but I think I'm probably down.
But how many tickets do you think
Don't
you've gotten?
listen to this advice.
How many tickets do you think you've gotten in your life?
I don't know. I don't know if I can tell these stories, but there have been times.
Oh, I know one of them.
There have been times when
we lost the sponsor from it.
There was a person of authority who did not have a vehicle or was on a compromised vehicle, and I knew that they wanted me to pull over, and I didn't.
Are you serious?
Look, I made the same face.
You know what the best ones are to keep going is. I can't do this.
I
can't do
I can outrun this horse.
No, I can't.
I can outrun this horse.
Is that horse doing jumping jacks? Is that horse just doing jumping jacks? Was that real?
Outrun this horse.
No, I can't.
I can outrun this horse.
It's too soon.
Oh, it just happened?
Well, now I just outed myself that it happened. All right.
Just tell it, Bill. Just tell it.
Some unnamed city. All right, I'll tell you the first one.
Okay.
So I was going to the airport. I thought I had plenty of time to drop the rental car off, right? And then I ran into some fucking traffic. So now I'm stressed, right? I'm fucking cutting people, and I go, okay, at least the fucking rental car thing. Or I need to get gas to fill up the car. I don't know what the fuck it was. And the way it was, this was like years and years ago. So the way the map was working, it looked like it was on my side of the airport. And it turned out it was all the way on the other side of the airport, and then I had to sit in traffic to come back in. So I was fucking pissed. I think it was dropping off the rental car, because if it was gas, I'd just say fucking eat the cost. So I started driving way too fast through the terminal area. Flying. Like I'm talking like 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And there's people with wheelies running out of the way. I feel I've been wronged by this technology.
Yeah.
So fuck these people and everybody who loves them, right? I'm taking their lives in my hand because I feel I've been wronged, right? So I'm fucking driving like a maniac, and all of a sudden, I just see this cop steps off the curb. What the fuck did he do? He just sort of fucking he's got the whole outfit on.
Mike.
Oh shit. So he's got the whole fucking outfit on, and he just kind of does like, he just walked out and he pointed at me and then did one of these. So, and in that fucking instance, I came up with a plan. I was immediately, my brain was like, we're not stopping. So I was like, all right. That's the play. It's like quarterback called the play. On two, ready, break. We're not stopping. So I'm like, all right, what do I do? And I just immediately came out. Don't speed up, don't slow down, don't look at him. I slow down, it's going to indicate that I saw him. If I speed
Right.
up, it does. If I stay
Right.
at the same fucking speed,
Right.
and I was sitting there like that, and I start
This is actually genius. Don't look at him. Don't go faster. Don't go slower. Then he'll think you really just did not see him. Genius, Bill.
see him, he's waving his, Becca doing this, and I was like, and he's walking to intercept the car, and it got right up, and I just, wow, and I went right by him, and then when I looked in the rearview mirror, I didn't even go like that. I just looked like that, and I see, dude, the look on his face, he couldn't believe it. He had the outfit, he told me to pull over, and I saw him, he does this, this fucking thing, and I was like, fuck, here they come. But I couldn't stop thinking of his face. And I started laughing, dude. And I was scared because I knew his friends were coming.
Yeah.
And it became like, next person who laughs gets detention. I was in that heightened sense.
Yeah.
So I am crying, laughing by myself. I can't stop thinking of his face. And I was screaming, get your shit together, get your shit together. Dying.
Yeah.
So I made it to the fucking gas station. And I get out of the car. And I am laughing so hard. The guy on the other side of the pump, like, peeked over looking at me. Dude, I was like, I was crying to the point it looked like a family member died or something. And at one point, I just gave up. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get my shit together. There's no way I'm not going to have a shit-eating grin. I'm going to jail. Or whatever the fuck happens when you do this shit. And the weirdest fucking thing happened was nobody came. And then I got in the car. He was bullshitting.
He did the fake call.
He was so surprised.
Fuck, I can't believe. God damn it, I wish I'd charged this thing this morning. Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, who is he calling? Like, are there cops just sitting in the airport terminals waiting to go? Like, I feel like they're all, like, in the terminals, like, in the crosswalks, helping people. Like, no one was going to go run to a car and find you. They had no idea where you even went. That just felt like a really lucky situation, Bill. I don't know.
He was so surprised that I did it, he wasn't ready. The next guy who did it, I'm sure he got, but he wasn't ready. So by the time, you know, it was earlier in the morning, my license plate, and I fucking flew by this guy. So then I get back in the car, and I'm like kind of a little relieved because they didn't show up. And then I was like, fuck. I was driving back to the airport. I was like, I got to go by this guy again. How do I pretend to not see this guy again? So.
No.
And I'm laughing again.
No.
And I'm trying to find Howard Stern or somebody on the fucking radio. That's how long ago it was when he was still on terrestrial radio. Like trying to fucking, so I would have something funny to be laughing at. And fortunately, as I came right where I was going to see him, there was the turn to fucking, so then I got the car and I'm fucking, oh fuck, he's out there. And I'm down here and I'm going through the fucking thing and I'm waiting for TSA to stop me. And then I got on the plane and I was like totally freaking, because I don't do shit like this. I don't know why. I just, somewhere in my older age, I just got that, I'm not fucking stopping for you.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting on the plane and
Nothing happened.
I waited like, 4 or 5 months because there was the license plate. It wasn't my car and nothing happened. All right.
God.
So then there's other
that
time.
was the one,
This happened
two
twice.
stories.
Just keep going.
I don't like people on bicycles that don't share the road and then tell me to share the road. Don't ride out in the middle of the fucking road unless there's a reason you're making a left, which I get.
Yeah.
But if you just start pedaling down the fucking road like you're in the middle of a park and there's 20 people behind you that allotted enough time to get where they're going by car, don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
Just get over, and we'll make sure we don't hit you. That's sharing the road.
Yeah.
Getting out in the middle of the road and fucking slowing everybody down is you're an asshole.
Yeah.
So I'm late. So I'm already in a mood.
That just happened to me the other day. I was behind this guy who had like a cart connected to his bike. He could have been homeless, I'm not sure. And he was literally riding in the middle of the road. And he like kept turning around and looking at me like I'm not getting over. And then I had to cross a major intersection to get to the other side. And he too was doing the same thing. And I mean, I had to sit there forever because he can't get across the intersection as fast as I can. So we had to wait for all the cars to clear. It was just infuriating.
And I'm a cunt. So just setting the table. So I'm driving. They're tearing up every fucking road in this fucking city, right? And I got to go do the morning radio, whatever. I'm adding details so it doesn't sound like it's here. And
Miss Andre.
I fucking get through this green light and I'm psyched because now I know that there's this clear stretch before I have to get back into the teeth of the bullshit. And what happens? These two fucking assholes come out on bicycles and ride right in the middle of the road. One of them's doing little fucking S's and just acting like they're in their fucking driveway or live on a dead end street.
The clips they're using to tell this story
I
are
did not
hilarious.
even entertain slowing down. The other side of the road was clear, and I go, look at these fucking jerk-offs. So I just, and I actually drove a little faster when I went around them, right?
Yeah.
Bill.
And then I looked, and I was like, oh, fuck, are those security guards? They're kind of dressed the same. And then I realized, and then I was like, wait, were those cops? Because I think I saw a gun or something. And then when I went by them, I see them both get out of the seat and start riding at me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So now I'm driving, right? And they're on bikes this time.
And they're out of the saddle.
Out of the saddle. And I'm fucking driving. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then there was like a cement truck, you know, fucking, I was like, oh, fuck. So there's a detour. So I make a fucking left. And once again, I slowly increased. I used my turn signal, but when I turned the turn, I fucking, you know, I got a few feet on them, right? So
Yeah.
they wouldn't get my plate. And then I see them tearing around. They, you know, the bike's doing that fucking thing as they're riding.
Yeah.
And I go around the corner. I go, please be green, please be green, please be green. And it was fucking yellow. As I came around the corner, I fucking, wow! And they fucking went right through the fucking light. Woo! Went right through the fucking light.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah. Stupid.
Oh.
It's a stupid thing to do, but it's fucking fun.
Yeah, not everybody is alive to tell that story, Bill. I'm going to tell you right now. That is crazy. Twice? I mean, cops on bikes, though, are like, it feels like they're not meant to patrol traffic. They're meant to patrol, like, pedestrian life or something like that. In Atlanta, you see a lot of officers on horses, and that I've never seen, like, them actually have to take action. They're usually around, like, the city downtown when there's, like, a concert or something going on. They're kind of, like, perusing with the horse, and the horse is just like, it's never, you know? Bill, I mean, between Bill, Burr, and Tom, the stories they could tell of their lives feels like a Jackass movie. Y'all remember that show? That feels like what their lives are like. Nonsense. All right. Go have the day you deserve. Peace.